This pretty good coverage is brought to you by Power Grip, the official retail partner of the European Pro Tour.
Welcome to MDG Media's coverage of the Järva Open 2023, 7th and final stop on the regular European Pro Tour season. We have round 3, front 9 FPO lead card coverage from Järva Disc Golf Course in Stockholm, Sweden. Legendary place. And we got exciting storylines here at the top. Olivia Kindstedt, 918 rated from Porvoo, Finland. She's trying to track down the biggest win of her career. Sponsored by Latitude 64. Putting 75% C1X. We have Anneli Tõugjas-Männiste, 934 rated from Otepää, Estonia. Sponsored by Discmania Discs. 100% C1X putting and 100% scrambling, and if she can get on the podium, she will be the European Pro Tour points champion. We also have Sofie Björlycke from Vänersborg, Sweden. 934 rated, sponsored by RPM Discs. She got second here last year. We also have Tijna Väisänen. She's from Rauma in Finland. West Coast there, sponsored by Prodigy Disc as well. 919 rated. Coming off of 2 straight second place finishes. Up in Oulu and then in Turku. 5-stroke lead for Olivia here. Sofie 6-back. Tijna. Elina. 8 strokes back of the lead here. Coming into the final round. Final stop on the European Pro Tour's regular season here. It's looking a lot like we're going to have a first-time champion. Anneli with a lot of second places, but hasn't won. Olivia, she's been in second, never taken a title. And even the players below there, all looking to get their first win on the European Pro Tour. Hole 1, par 3, 121 meters. Plays like a little more, being uphill at the end there. Tight entrance to the gap, OB along the left side and behind. Strong sloping hillside right to left. Olivia just going to play it safe. Taking her pure opto glimmer line and then it drift right to left. Anneli here playing very well all season. She needs to get up on that podium to eclipse Heidi Laine, last year's European Pro Tour points champion.
Third player on the lead card today is Björlycke.
Sofie almost took this down last year. She was leading wire to wire, and then Kristen Tatar, number 1 in the world, chased her down at the very end of it. Pretty exciting and dramatic finish.
Coming up, the lead card, female player of the division is Tijna Väisänen.
Tijna, FX4. Nice move on it, just getting herself a good look at the gap. Easy up and down from there.
Good luck, have fun at the course.
Maybe it's just a little bit pinched, but she's been here before. I guess she knows how to work this angle with her harp. Does catch the overhanging branches, but she'll have a look at it. Circle's edge. She's been money from that range. Nice pitch up from Sofie. Standstill, backhand from Anneli. Well played. Get it to match with the hillside and slide right there. Tijna, nice touch. Right under the basket. Olivia here with the tester. A little soft. So it's going to be a bogey for her. The others looking like pretty routine pars. .61 average for this hole. Did not see any birdies today. 44% bogeys or worse. Pars there to clean up. And a little hike up the hill. Beautiful place here, Järva. Built on an old landfill site, so lots of elevation. Wonderful design. Lots of great views and nature experiences. Right there in the city of Stockholm. Hole 2, par 3, 96 meter straight shot. Pretty good width tunnel, low ceiling also on it. The main difficulty on this one is the drop off right behind the basket. You want to get your disc to land somewhere here and just check up. Closer the better, because that death putt would be really, really sketchy. Anneli on the box, just 4 strokes back. It's a skip, tree kiss, and a curl up to the circle. Nicely done. Great conditions here today for the final day. There was some storms forecast, but they've held off this morning. We would go on to see lightning delays in the afternoon, but FPO division got through clean. Tijna is way too high. Chop down. Olivia working the ceiling, sneaking through, and landing it right by the basket. Checks up close. Beautifully done. Looks like her and Anneli are in great position to score here. After some solid drives. Pitch up there and here. Tijna with a bit of work. Putt's been looking so good. Hits that right on the mark. Solid par. Getting some love from Olivia there. Anneli here. Great birdie. Moves her to even. 1 down for the round. Momentarily 3 strokes back, but Olivia gets her birdie. Back to even for the round. 4-stroke lead. Par tap-ins. We'll tap in, yeah, there for Sofie. And moving on to hole 3. It's a par 3, 103 meters. A few trees here. Big ones first, little ones after. OB there, lurking at the very end of it, up on the green. Super close behind the basket, particularly. 3.11 average today. Anneli's going to attack it from the left side with the forehand. A little bit too much Anheuser angle here, and that's going to find the edge of the OB line, but safe. Curled up nice. Olivia's going to attack the same side and getting a nice skip. She'll have a circle 2 look, I believe, from there. Backhand line for Sofie. Nice angle. Can I get past these trees? No. Catches the branches. Just a little too early on the turn. This backhand line that Tijna's been going is a low kind of laser skip shot. And this one's a little bit too inside and clips that tree, but she has made that line work. That's been pretty impressive. New line that I haven't seen much of. Her approach hits the flag. She's been really aggressive with her upshots. It's pretty exciting. I'm sure one of those is going to be in the near future. Sofie, great touch on this. Lands right next to the basket. Might have even kissed the koozie there. Jump putt approach from Anneli. Tap in par coming. Olivia, yeah, deep in circle 2. Kind of a scary little bit of OB behind. She gives it a good run, though, and it stays safe. Tijna gets the par, as well as Olivia. Tap in pars for Sofie and Anneli as well. We did have birdies from Anneli Mata and Sonia Waldron. Hole 4, par 3, 100 meters through this gap here that you see. Right-handed player's forehand works really well if you can get it to skip on that hard pan piece and get under these pine tree branches. That should flare you up to the basket. There's a touchy backhand turnover line. That's very pretty if you can work it. Very technical. And you see the basket with the upslope behind. You can give it a run if you come up short. It's looking really good. Gets that skip and a little bit of a roll back towards the tee. She'll be maybe about 20 meters from the basket, but like I said, with the uphill, you can give it a run without much risk at all. Just potential to hit the metal and roll back at you, but it's got a nice backstop anyway. Olivia's forehand gets caught up early. Here we're going to get a look at that backhand line from the tee, and it looks pretty good. It's trying to sneak in. It was a little bit tight on the right side of the gap and hit something. Tina's going to try to smooth one out here too. Looks a little bit low. Yeah, cut rolls to a good spot at least. Not much distance though. Harp flick for Olivia from the standstill, stretched out, on point. Tijna with that PA5, drifting it beautifully left to right and checks up right by the basket. Smooth stroke there. Sofie. Just short. Anneli for the only birdie of the day. Lands right next to the basket. Good putt there. Couple tap ins for the par frame. Moving on to hole 5, the island hole. Second easiest on the course.
I think this golfing can improve our community in many ways. It brings people together.
That maybe some of these kids who feel a little bit lost could find something like disc golf, find friends, find people to come together and play the sport.
Encouraging people to work together, kids to know one another, love one another.
A way for these kids to have a really fun thing to do together.
I think that's what we need in the world, love one another and do life together.
.71 meters. Right there, you see the basket. Quite a few trees. There's a lot of different ways to attack this one. We've seen an assortment of different lines and disc choices. Anything that does not land on the island will head to the drop zone. It's a pretty touchy little approach. You don't want to run that with the OB right behind. Biggest part of the island is on the right side, but that'll leave you, a scarier putt. I'm only looking for the kind of pure hyzer wide around everything to fade hard towards the basket. And it's perfect. Right, just how you draw it up right there. Probably the highest percentage play maybe as far as hitting anything. Sometimes see people push it long and straight with that shot, but a little bit tighter inside, catches a high tree, but stays safe on the island and pretty good position as well. She'll have a birdie look for sure. Sofie going in between these two trees and cresting the mound. Slides nice and safe. Tijna with the super popular Kevin Jones collaboration Distortion. Clips a couple branches but checks up safe on the island. She'll be up first. Stays close. Nice putt there for the birdie. 1 under for the round, +1 total. Perfect putt. Five down. Anneli here to stay within 4 strokes. Great birdie. Tijna with the lone par on the card. But everybody's safe on the island. Very well played. Solid start for the card. Just that one bogey from Olivia, and she's come right back with a couple birdies. Hole 6, par 3, 148 meters downhill to a very well guarded basket. Really thick trees here on the left that you see. A little bit more space to get in there on the right, and the main gap here straight. But some really thick rough over on the further right too if you overturn it. So it's a long straight shot. You want to try to get some ground play around here if you're trying to get up into the circle. Brought to you by Power Grip, #1 retailer in Europe, branching out worldwide. You can find everything there. Anneli, drifting right. I think that's going to get jammed up in the bushes. Could be a tough spot for her. A little bit high for Olivia. It's flipping up flat nicely, but it's going to ultimately fade into the trees. Pretty claustrophobic feeling in there. Sofie also out of position behind those trees. Tijna putting a good move. It's also seeming to fade at the end. Hits the first one and comes straight down. Down the steep hill and along the fairway. Olivia doesn't get far and still going to have a tough up and down from there, so opportunity for Anneli if she can get this close to get some strokes maybe. Looked pretty good. Couldn't quite see it finish, but seemed to be heading in the right direction, out from a very tight spot. Forehand roller now from Olivia. Oh, and that might have hit some kind of a root or something and straightened out instead of curling. Sofie has to go down to a knee and do a forehand roller as well. This is not where you want to be over here on the left side. That's pretty good, though. That's really good. Super crafty forehand, touchy roller with the putter. Through the woods and around the basket for the park job. Great scramble there from Sofie. Nice up there as well. Are we going to see another forehand roller? No, this might be just a little panning Anheuser. Yeah, nice touch on that. And that's going to check up right by the basket. Anneli here for the par save. Gets it. Still 2 down for the round and still right in the mix here. With Olivia struggling, this is going to tighten things up at the top. Good par from Tijna. Brilliant up and down there from Sofie. With that double bogey, gonna have a 2-stroke swing there and a 2-stroke lead now for Olivia. After just 6 holes, things have really tightened up. Anneli charging, Sofie doing work, and Tijna also catching up a little. Hole 7, par 3, 107 meters. Big tree right here. Very tight late gap. Quite uphill. Lots of rollaway potential. Very demanding hole. 3.22 average. Haven't seen any birdies yet coming into this lead card. That goes for the whole event. No birdies yet. Let's see. 4 more chances for the FPO field. in the middle. Not looking like she'll get the birdie. Should be able to get up and down at least. Sofie busting a move on this driver, getting a full flex. Skipping up there. Maybe circle 2, might have some stuff in the way. Really like to be lined up with the gap if possible, but not that easy to do. This might be the one. It does skip up nicely. She can give it a run from there if she wants. That was a good shape from Tijna. Olivia looking to do something similar, and it's right on line. Can you get some forward skip? It does. It's just a little bit more off on the left side, but still in great position. Anneli here. Bending a forehand right to left nicely. Nice. Oh, almost kicks in off a pine. Stays put. Nice on this one. Hate to see it rolling back. Very steep. You can't quite tell on camera here what we're dealing with, but some really dramatic landscape here at Järva Disc Golf Course. Lots of elevation change. Some scary, scary greens. This one included. Sofie didn't get too far. She'll have a little work left. Can you put the close? Nicely done. There you see Sofie struggling a little bit. Olivia taps in for par. Bogey puts Sofie back to even for the round. Tap in pars there for the others. Still 2 strokes difference between the leaders. Hole 8, par 3, 96 meters. Up over these trees to a very slanty green. Beautiful views. Lovely little pond there. And some fields. Strong sloping hillside left to right, and all these thick bushes around the basket. Major rollaway potential here. You want to match the disc angle to the hill slope. Hope for the best. Anneli, a little early, clips a branch, fights through it a little bit, but that takes most of the speed off it. She's gonna have to just try to get up and down now. Tijna with a nice stroke here. Comes up a little bit short. Just a little bit too left and didn't get over the last hump. Nice straight shot with the putter. Skips there. Circle 2, look for birdie. Nice move on this one. Coming in. Skipping and hitting that rail. And rolling down to the U-disc sign. And over it. Oh no, it hopped it there at the end. Brutal reaction. It's a pretty decent shot. Just a bad reaction. Anneli struggling here now. She hits an early tree. This is for par. Should do. Gonna be her first blemish of the round. Sofie gets up there on the green. Tijna straddle putt downhill. Hits the pole and flops over there. Olivia here for a 2-stroke swing and back to a 4-stroke lead potentially. And she hammers it home from outside the circle. Huge putt there from Olivia. Big momentum shifter there. Confident stroke. Sofie in for the par. That was one of only 2 birdies on the day. Anneli got it as well. 12-meter putt from Olivia there. Anneli for the bogey now. Dropping those 2 strokes right back to Olivia. Hole 9, par 4. Snaky technical line. First you gotta move right to left a little bit and try to get lined up with a very tight gap for your approach. Lots of pine trees shape that gap. And there's a death drop. Right on the green there. The basket's actually on the very top of the steep drop off. So you want to just try to land it a little bit short, but close as you can to the edge. Very, very scary green and a really kind of unique shaped hole. This looks a little bit wide. It is working back, but it's going to be a little bit off to the right side. You want to try to get further left so you can kind of have a look down the gap, hopefully. This is also pushing a little straight, but it's getting a nice flare skip. That should be pretty good. This looks really nice. Skip in there and pretty good position. Big wide hyzer. A little too wide, but on the fairway. Still opportunities from there. Just really tricky shapes to get all the way to the green. Olivia's going to go with the forehand. Shapes up pretty nice. Skips and checks up right there. About 13 meters from the basket. Very scary putt. Might want to lay that up. See if she's feeling it. Anneli's forehand's inside. Unforced error there. Ooh, very difficult shot here, but well executed. She just kind of went a little bit too far left and got a couple trees stuck in her way. Otherwise, would have been a great tee shot. Tijna gets all the way through, just outside the circle. 11 meters. Death putt, again, as per usual on this one. Anneli missing again. Struggling here at the end of the back nine. She was off to a great start. Trying to chase down Olivia, and now this is starting to compound. Going to be a big number here. Solid pitch up. Oh, bit of a soft run at it. Does hit the pole and stay put, luckily. Olivia, wise decision, just putting it close, taking the par. Tijna, oh, very top of the cage. Just needed a little more height. Solid par. Par for Sofie, as well as Tijna. And Anneli struggles here. Double bogey. Moving her to +1 for the round. 6 strokes back from the lead. That's going to do it for the front 9. Pretty exciting action. Olivia holding strong on top. 4 down total, even for the round so far. Sofie keeping pace with her. Anneli dropping 1 back. Tijna also even, so pretty solid play on this lead card. Looks like it's going to come down to them. There is podium position battles possible there for the chase card. It's going to be exciting to see how this all concludes. Anneli fighting for the tour title and Olivia looking for the biggest win of her career. Come on back for the back 9 to see it all go down. Big thanks to MDG Media, as always, putting on this quality production and all the partners that make it possible. Andrew Gum here, looking forward to seeing you on the back 9.